Greetings, YouTube. I had someone send me a question this morning. Clive 2012, I believe, was the person's name. And they asked if I feel that social mechanics have a place in role-playing games. Actual rules that depend on dice and things like that to emulate the social interaction between characters in the game. And well, I freely admit, that I would prefer if the people at the table, the actual players, were interacting with each other and with myself as GM, or the GM if I'm a player, in the manner that their characters were. I have to admit that there are going to be times when a character can do things that the player may not be able to. I have played with people in the past, and if you were to say, hey, what's that guy's charisma? You would have said 4. Now, in the game, they could be playing someone with a charisma that's 10, completely average. Or a person that had an 18. They could be the face of the party, though that would be a strange character-player combination. But the reality is that their character can do things that the player running the character may not be able to do. So I think you need some kind of mechanic to reflect that. Yes, it would be awesome if everyone had some amateur acting skills, that everybody could put on an accent. Look at the gentleman. He's got more accents than you can wave a dead cat at. Or in this case, I have a live cat here to wave around. I can do a few accents, not many. I have like one British accent. It's very bad. I do a horrible Irish and a horrible Scottish accent. I could pull off an Australian for about 2 or 3 minutes. You know, my range is limited. I stay within the American accents for the most part, and I'm not very good at them. But at least I'm making the attempt to interact with the characters in the group in a real-time manner. But what if the player sitting across from me can't do it? What if this person, no matter how much they want to interact with me and reflect a social engagement in the game, they can't do it? You need a mechanic to fill in those gaps. You don't need a huge one, I don't think. You don't need a lot of detail. I know that there are a number of systems out there that really rely on social interaction to a much greater degree than, say, Pathfinder or D&D, and I'm not attracted to those games. I'm maybe a less sophisticated gamer than some out there. That's life. I will accept that label. But I think removing any kind of social engagement mechanism is going to leave some players at a disadvantage, and other players will be just fine. And I don't think that's going to be fun for everybody. And if everybody's not having fun, then something has to give. And if that thing is the rules, then the rules have to give. Then the rules have to reflect that maybe this person needs an assistance in that manner. Just as I don't expect everyone in the group playing a fighter actually know how to use a sword. I'm not going to hand one of my weapons to someone and say, okay, show me what your character's doing. Because frankly, they're likely to hurt themselves or people in the room, and we don't need that. So the game already accepts the fact that characters and players are separate, and there are mechanics to bridge that gap. I don't see why that there also shouldn't be social mechanics that allow us to bridge that gap when the players can't do the same things that their characters can do without even batting an eye.